Everywhere you scroll, it's boost your protein, eat 30 grams per meal, protein this, protein that. Let's be real, this isn't new. Arnold was doing this back in the 70s, and as a trainer for over 20 years now, I've been coaching women on the importance of protein long before it became a trend. It's just that now there's enough fitness influencers out there that have the mic, and yeah, it's great info to have, but most women are still severely under eating protein, even the ones who think they're eating plenty. In this video, we're cutting through the hype, breaking down exactly why protein matters more than ever, especially if you're a woman over 40 trying to lose weight, balance your hormones, and stop feeling hungry all dang day. I used to think that the key to getting lean was cutting calories and slashing carbs. So I'd eat healthy, low-fat granola bars, skip meals, nibble on salads, and wonder why I was always hungry and dragging my body through the day like a half-charged phone. When I finally stopped obsessing over what to take out of my meals, and actually I started focusing on what to put in them, especially protein, that's when things started to click. Not just for the scale, but my energy, my cravings, and honestly, even my confidence. And no, I wasn't doing something trendy. It wasn't the high protein, the paleo, the South Beach, the carnivore. I was just eating in a way that made me feel good and let my body start working for me and not against me. Because this just isn't my story. This is biology. Because look, after 40, your muscle mass naturally declines. Your metabolism slows down, and your hunger hormones start doing a little cha-cha that we don't like. Protein becomes non-negotiable. It's the anchor that helps you stabilize your blood sugar, stay full between meals, support lean muscle, and yes, lose that belly fat that's bothering you. And let's just say it, women aren't eating nearly enough of it, not even close. Before we get all caught up in meal timing and supplements and macros, we got to start with the basics, and that means anchoring your plate with protein every single meal. Let's talk about the 8 reasons why protein works like magic when we are over 40. Number 1, protein burns more calories by default. Let's start with one of the most underrated benefits of eating more protein. It helps you burn more calories just by existing. Protein makes your body work harder to digest it, and that's an actual good thing. Every time you eat, your body burns calories just to break that food down, and this is called the thermic effect of food. Yes, we're gonna go scientific. And protein has the highest thermal effect out of all of the macronutrients. Now, carbs burn off about 5 to 10% of their calories during digestion, and fat burns a measly 0 to 3%. Protein burns a whopping 20 to 30%. So that means if you eat 100 calories of chicken breast or tofu, your body automatically uses up 20 or 30 of those calories just to process it. That is metabolic magic, baby. If your metabolism has slowed down in your 40s thanks to the not so fun cocktail of hormonal shifts, muscle loss, stress, protein gives you a built-in metabolic boost without having to add another workout or cut another carb. What it does is turns your meals into little fat burning furnaces. No drama, no cleanses, and no crazy cardio marathons. This is just science, and a lot of women are missing out because they're still stuck in the low calorie, low protein mindset. This is your secret weapon, and it starts with what's on your plate. 2, protein preserves muscle, your calorie burning engine. Okay, here's the truth that nobody told us back in our 30s. Once you hit 40, your body naturally starts losing muscle, and estrogen's decline just speeds that whole process up. In fact, research shows that we lose about 3 to 8% of our muscle mass per decade after the age of 30. And that rate can accelerate even more during perimenopause and menopause. By the time we hit our 60s, we can be down up to 15% or more if we're not intentional. You're asking, why does this matter? Because muscle is your metabolism. It's not just about being toned and how you look. Your muscle mass determines how many calories you're burning at rest, how strong you feel, and even how well you bounce back from stress. If you're over here cutting the calories, skipping the protein, and wondering, oh why will this belly fat not go away? It's not your willpower. It's your muscle vanishing quietly in the background because your body isn't getting the fuel or the stimulus that it needs to keep it. Protein is what feeds and repairs muscle tissue. But here's the kicker. Protein alone won't save you. Sorry, you gotta lift some heavy stuff, some heavy-ish, y'all. Listen, protein plus strength training equals the ultimate midlife power combo. This is how you lose fat without getting that whole skinny fat look. And this is how you keep your curves, your strength, and your swagger. You don't have to become some gym buff. You don't need to go keto. No, keto. And you don't need to starve yourself, but you need to protect your muscle like your life depends on it, because in many ways it actually does. All right, number 3, protein isn't just about building muscle. It's the signal your body needs to just flip that switch from fat storage to fat burning. Every time you eat protein, your body kicks off something that is called muscle protein synthesis. Think of it like a green light for recovery, repair, and just preserving your lean muscle. Here's where it gets juicy. Muscle protein synthesis isn't just about muscle. It is your metabolic command center. When it's activated consistently, what you're telling your body is, keep that muscle, burn the fat. We are in transformation mode. The problem is that most women over 40, we're just not eating nearly enough protein to flip that switch consistently. And especially during a fat loss phase where you're eating already in a calorie deficit, you need more protein, not less, to make sure your body doesn't cannibalize, eat up all that good muscle, and stall your metabolism. Now the question, what's the magic number for protein? Aim for 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your ideal goal body weight. If your goal weight is 150 pounds, you're looking at about 105 to 150 grams of protein per day. Not just for fitness, but for fat loss, hormone support, and long-term strength. Here's the bonus. This strategy is super duper powerful, especially for my ladies out there that are dealing with that stubborn belly fat. Hello, cortisol and estrogen shifts, because protein helps to regulate insulin. It stops those cravings and it builds the muscle that actually burns fat while you're just sitting and chilling. 4, protein calms hunger and cravings. Oh man, the other day I had a powerful conversation with one of my new clients. She is on a mission, y'all, and she is on a mission to lose over 30 pounds. And we're just in our 2nd week of coaching, and she messaged me and said, Erica, I can't believe it, but I'm not craving anything anymore. I'm not looking for all those snacks. I'm not thinking about food all day like I used to. And she's not the only one. This often comes up in conversations of like, oh wow, I'm actually feeling full. And this is the power of protein when it's done right. When you start eating enough high quality protein, especially in the right amounts and at regular intervals, your body starts producing more of 2 key hormones. One that you've heard about, GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide 1, PYY, peptide YY. These are the you're good, you don't need to eat anymore today signals. They literally tell your brain to start chilling out. Meanwhile, your hunger hormone. And that's the one that is usually the one that's saying, hey, go get a snack, even when you're not actually hungry. You're not imagining it when you say, oh, I'm actually feeling full, less snacky, and just steady. That is biochemistry, baby. Being able to control these hormones is especially important in perimenopause and menopause because as your estrogen drops, your stress hormones spike and your hunger and fullness signals can feel like they are just coming from all types of directions on you. Protein doesn't just help you feel full, it brings your appetite signals back into balance so you are not just white knuckling it through the day. This is how we shift out of this whole survival mode into sustainable fat loss without the 3 p.m. cravings or the late night pantry raids. All right, if I walked into your kitchen and opened up the fridge right now, what's going to be the first protein staring back at me? Chicken breasts, Greek yogurt, tofu, tempeh, leftovers of something that might have a little bit of protein in it. Let's just have a little fun. Drop it in the comments. Let's see what everyone's real fridge protein lineup looks like. This is not about judgment. It's just honesty. 5, protein balances blood sugar and keeps energy stable. Let's talk about the real reason you are totally crashing it at 9 p.m., waking up groggy or just feeling off during the day. It's not your coffee or your sleep. It's your blood sugar imbalance. And for us women over 40, this gets way harder. And here's why. As estrogen declines during perimenopause and menopause, insulin sensitivity also drops. What this all means is that your body isn't as efficient at processing carbs and keeping your blood sugar in check. The result is you're most likely to experience energy crashes, mood swings, intense cravings, and yes, that stubborn menopausal belly fat. Here's a little science tidbit. As estrogen drops in menopause, your body naturally becomes more insulin resistant. Yes, and that means that your cells get a little bit lazier, okay, about using sugar for energy. And they're more prone to storing it as fat, especially around this area. And this isn't about you doing anything wrong. It's a hormonal shift that literally just changes where your body prefers to stash its fat. It may have used to go to your hips, but now it's just moving upstairs, and protein is going to help stabilize your blood sugar. It's going to slow things down and keep your cravings and that belly fat in check. And here's the power play. Protein slows digestion. That means when you anchor your meals with protein and not just carbs, your blood sugar doesn't spike and crash. It actually stays completely steady. And that gives you more stable energy, fewer cravings, and far less of that hangry roller coaster. Protein also reduces that post-meal blood sugar spike, especially when eaten first or alongside carbs. So yes, that Greek yogurt with berries is doing way more than just making you hit your macros. If you're constantly dealing with like energy dips, cravings, and just getting weight around the midsection, protein is your stabilizer. It's the anchor that keeps your plate balanced, your brain calm, and your energy steady, even when those hormones are trying to knock you sideways. Protein protects your bones. I wish I could say this is rare, but I have had women in their late 40s already come into coaching and telling me that they are showing signs of osteoporosis. And many of them have never lifted a dumbbell in their life. And it's not because they were lazy, it's just because nobody actually ever told them that strength and fueling properly wasn't just about muscles. It's actually about our bones too. When estrogen drops, your bone density starts dropping right along with it. That means you're more at risk for fractures, breaks, and that dreaded stooped posture that nobody wants to think about. Here's the empowering part, because we want to be empowered here, y'all. you can do something about it. Protein isn't just about the muscle. It provides key amino acids that act as the building blocks for your bones. So on top of that, eating enough protein improves calcium absorption, which means your body can actually use the calcium you're getting from food or supplements. If we're going to pair that with strength training, we've got a powerful 1-2 punch. Protein plus resistance equals stronger bones, fewer breaks, more power. This isn't about perfection. It's about just stacking the odds more in your favor. All right, number 7, protein boosts mood, sleep, and hormone health. This one catches most women off guard because nobody's walking around eating their turkey burger or their tofu Buddha bowl thinking, oh, wow, this could actually help me stop feeling like a batshit crazy moody dragon. And yes, I said that. When your protein intake is too low, your brain takes a hit. Protein provides amino acids. These are the raw materials for those little neurotransmitters, including serotonin, which is a mood stabilizer, dopamine, hello motivation, and GABA, hello the chill the hell out mode. No aminos equals no chill, no joy, no sleep. And speaking of sleep, protein, especially when it is paired with carbs at dinner, can boost tryptophan. That is that little amino acid that eventually becomes melatonin. That nighttime protein bowl might actually help you fall asleep instead of just hitting your macros. And it doesn't end here. Protein also plays a role in thyroid function and estrogen detoxification, which are crucial during this whole hormonal roller coaster that we're experiencing in midlife. If you're wondering, why is my mood all over the place? Your sleep is trash and your motivation, boy, it is on the back of a milk carton going, find me. Listen, don't just blame hormones. I want you to ask yourself, am I actually feeding my brain what it needs? Protein isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling yourself again. Number 8, how much protein do you actually need? If you are on a serious fat loss or body recomposition pathway, and this is where you're trying to lose fat without looking like a smaller, squishier version of yourself, this is where the rubber hits the road. The bare minimum to prevent protein deficiency, okay? Protein deficiency, we need 0.4 to 0.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. This is just to keep the lights on. This is not talking about optimizing strength, energy, and fat loss. We're not here to survive, we're here to thrive. As we hit perimenopause, menopause, and beyond, our bodies need more, not less, of protein to protect our muscle, support our bones, regulate the hormones, and fuel a metabolism that no longer likes to give us a free pass. For my active ladies over 40 looking to lose fat and build strength, the sweet spot is typically 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. Let's call it the Goldilocks zone. It keeps you full, so you stop snacking all the time. It helps you to preserve lean muscle while dropping that fat, and it improves body composition, goodbye belly fat, and it stabilizes our hormones and our blood sugar. Before you start panic measuring all your foods on the scale, let's make this easy. A serving of protein equals the size and thickness of your palm. You want to aim for about 1 to 2 palm-sized servings per meal, and that means you're going to already be winning. I always like to say, this is not about perfection, it's about consistency and awareness, and just making sure that you're not underfeeding the very thing that actually can help you transform and make you feel powerful and capable in your midlife body. Let's eat our dang protein. You've got goals, go fuel them. Here's what I want you to do today. Eat your protein first. Every meal, no exceptions. Before you even think about what you're eating, ask yourself, where's my protein? When you open up your fridge, don't just reach for the rice or almond milk or whatever leftover pasta. Find the protein first. Make that your anchor. I want your new mantra to be What's my protein? And when your plate hits the table, I want you to lead with the protein. That means eat your protein first, then your veggies, and then leave that pasta, bread, and rice for last. Here's why this works like magic. Protein stops the blood sugar spike from the carb. It's gonna keep you full, remember, so you're not circling around the pantry an hour later. It takes the most energy to digest, more calorie burn. And unlike carbs and fats, your body actually needs it daily to function, repair, and rebuild. The body's not gonna miss out on the carbs or the fats as much, but the protein, that is non-negotiable. Your body will always find a way to store extra carbs and fats. But if you skip your protein, you're sabotaging your muscle, your metabolism, and your ability to burn fat. I want you to make this your mission for the next 7 days. Every single meal starts with protein, period. Aim for a full palm-sized portion or 2 at each meal. Front load your day. Get at least 40 to 50 grams of protein already in your first meal. Yes, that is possible. Bookend your day, so finish it with another 40 to 50 grams of protein in your dinner or your final snack. This isn't about being perfect. It's about building the habit that actually moves the needle, especially for us chickadees over 40, so we can build that energy, the strength, and the fat loss can stick. If you want a little help with getting in that daily protein without obsessing over every bite, I invite you to grab my Power of Protein guide for women over 40. It breaks down exactly how much protein your body actually needs, the best sources to support your hormones, strength, and metabolism, and a handful of easy high protein meal ideas to keep it feeling doable. The link's below, so just grab it and start fueling your body like the powerhouse that it is. You don't need to overhaul your life, just upgrade what you're already doing. In this phase of your life, you don't hustle, whether it is protein, stress, libido. Look, ladies, I got us covered in midlife right now. Click on the next video because it is there waiting for you. This is your CEO, Coach Erica Alderlin, signing off. It's time to become your own CEO. Claim your health, embody your power, own your life. Keep moving, keep glowing, because you are sexy, strong, and unstoppable.